madam. Yes. Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Yes, madam. It is clear now. Please check. It is working. Madam. Hello. Is it fine, madam? Okay. Yeah, after that only I can start the class, na? I will be waiting for you, then only I will start the class. Is it fine, madam? Okay. Yes, madam. Okay. Yeah, what I can do? Can I off the camera today? It is. Okay, then now how? Oh, I didn't check only that one. I didn't check only, just I started. Now can I remove that camera today? Okay, now I am in front of camera only. Yeah, I have to adjust that one. Now it is fine. Please you check, madam. Now I, yeah, now it is fine, I think. Please, madam. Yeah, today without camera can I work, madam? Please, you are little bit, it is difficult again to set and all, na? One day you allow me like that. Now I am able to see here my face. I adjusted now. Just you check, I adjusted. I am able to look, means I am able to see my face. Sorry, madam. Yeah, now you can check, madam. It is not like that. Madam, now also it is like that only. Same thing only is coming. Yeah, I checked, but now I changed. I checked, now I changed. Even yeah, I adjusted that one. Yes, but now you are speaking. I am seeing to the OBS, but it is not correlative. Something and all it is coming. I am able to see my face in the OBS, madam. Yeah, what to do? Ah. No, it is correct only now. I can start the class, I think, because it is coming very late. It is not matching actually. Whatever I am speaking, it is not matching. You, again they will ask me to repeat the class. What? I can start the class. Okay. Thank you, madam. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Hope I am audible to everyone. Welcome to iiocs.com Food Club, Food Tech Club. So today we will learn about post-harvest handling and storage of fruits and vegetables. We know that fruits and vegetables everyone is require. It is highly demanded because it is very important component of our diet. Maybe in the fresh form or processed form, we will be in need of fruits and vegetables. So in India, the fruits and vegetables are grown more. If we are considering all over the world, it is one of the topmost producer of the fruits and vegetables. So in that way, we have to give importance to minimize the post-harvest losses. Why we have to minimize post-harvest losses is, at present we can see 70 to 80% of our production it goes waste mainly during the transportation and storage. After harvesting, when we are transporting the fruits and vegetables, and while storage of these fruits and vegetables, the 70 to 80% is going waste and only the 20 to 30% is utilized. Really it is a very big gap is there, that we have to come up with very good techniques for the transportation and for storage of these fruits and vegetables. Then how we can reach this one is, we have to understand the biochemical and physiological changes in the fruits. How the biochemical and physiological changes will happen in fruits and vegetables. If we are understanding these things during, then we will, at the time of post harvest, so at the time of post harvest operation, the person who are involved in handling, transportation and storage, these kind of operations, when the person is aware of these biochemical and physiological changes, whatever it will be happening, then they will correlate and they will understand how it can be regulated to certain critical parameters, so as to minimize the post harvest losses. It can be understood. Then what the post harvest technology is? The post harvest technology is, it is interdisciplinary science and technique. So science and technique, it is both, it will be applied to the agricultural produce. After harvesting the agricultural produce, here we are discussing about the fruits and vegetables. So why we have to apply this science and technique? Mainly for its protection, conservation and processing, packaging, distribution, marketing and utilization to meet the food and nutritional requirements of the people in relation to their needs. So this is what the post harvest technology. There are three main objectives of applying post harvest technology. So to maintain the quality, like appearance, texture, flavor and nutritive value, and to protect food safety, and to reduce losses between harvest and consumption. So these are the main objective, to maintain the quality with respect to maybe the appearance, texture, flavor, nutritive value, and to protect food safety, and to reduce losses between harvest and consumption. So in post harvest handling techniques, like what and all the techniques? Production practices, how it will be produced, what kind of land they are using, what kind of manure they are using, how they are producing, those and all the production practices. Where is the field? Everything together, production practices will come. And harvesting, at what time we are harvesting, whether we are checking maturity of the fruits and vegetables, whether we are thinking the time between the flowering and also the fruit, what is the time gap between the flowering and the fruit bearing. And harvest handling, how we, while harvesting, how we are handling. And after harvesting, it has to be pre-cooled. Then sorting, we have to do sorting, the good one, the bad one. Then it has to be washed properly, washing, then grading. Different processing will be there. For example, tomato means we have to, maybe for ketchup, maybe for chutney, maybe for like that, different items will be there. Based on that, what kind of ripeness is required, based on that it will be graded. Grade 1, grade 2, based on the next future plan. After grading, the respective packaging will happen. Then labeling, refrigeration storage, then transportation, marketing, export. So these all are post harvest handling techniques. During all these steps, we have to carry the proper process so that we can minimize the losses. So harvesting maturity should meet the following criteria. How it should be? Harvesting maturity. So it should be like the maturity may be the physiological or commercial. So in case of physiological means when it reaches to consumer, it should have now ready to use that product, maybe fruit or vegetable. Like that, it should not be immature and it should not be like that. It is ready to use. In that way, it is a peak condition. And it should not be over mature also. So, it should be at a maturity that allows it to develop acceptable flavor or appearance. Means though you are keeping for some days, then it should be like the flavor should be acceptable and appearance also it should be acceptable. Size also, it should not be too small. So it should be a proper size and which is required by the market. And it should not be toxic. While maybe the production, it should not be intercontaminated by other substances. It should not be toxic. It should have adequate shelf life. So proper shelf life should be there. And to meet all these criteria, there are some maturity standard. We have to fix the maturity standards. Like the days from the bloom to harvest, nothing but the flowering time and all. Flowering time and fruit bearing time. So it should be the days from the bloom to harvest. And measurement of heat units. Next, the visual means like skin color, persistence, or drying of parts of plants, fullness of fruit. By visual, how the skin color, how it is, whether it will be persistence or not. So that we have to check. Because fullness of fruit should be, means we can understand, we can make out if we are seeing the apple or mango, by appearance only we can make out whether it is the matured or not matured. Now it is ready to use or not. And physical methods like ease of separation, pressure test, density, grading, this and all by means of the physical methods, the maturity standards are fixed. And chemical methods like total solids, sugars, acid, sugar to acid ratio, starch content, these things are analyzed and the maturity standards are set. Physiological methods like respiration methods. So we will understand the respiration rate and the maturity standard can be fit. The factors affecting the post-harvest quality of the fruits and vegetables. Then what are the factors which will affect on the post-harvest quality of the fruits and vegetables? That we have to understand. There are two factors which are involved in post-harvest quality of fruits and vegetables, like biological or internal factors and environmental or external factors. So biological or internal factors, in that we can study the different things like respiration rate. Respiration rate means here the respiration is the process by which stored organic material, we know in the food what it will be in the fruits and vegetables, the organic material like carbohydrates, proteins and fats. So these are broken down into simple end products with the release of energy. This is what the in the respiration process it will happen. So oxygen is used in the process and carbon dioxide is produced. Respiration rate is expressed as a ml of oxygen consumed and ml of carbon dioxide evolved per kg of fruit per hour. So this is the respiration rate. So gas analyzers are placed to measure the level of gases, and respiration rate indicates the storage shelf of the commodity. If the faster respiration rate, then shelf life will be less. If the slow respiration rate, then the shelf life will be more. For example, in case of potato and all, slow respiration rate. In case of fruits and vegetables, it will vegetables like green leafy vegetable, the faster respiration rate. So fruit, on the basis of their respiration pattern during ripening, it can be classified as either climacteric or non-climacteric. So non-climacteric fruits are not capable of continuing their ripening process once removed from the plant. The examples are dates, grapes, pineapple, lemon, lime, pomegranate, etc. So these are example for non-climacteric fruits where after plucking they are not capable of continuing their ripening process. Once we are removing from the plant, it is stopped. The ripening is stopped. But while climacteric fruits, the climacteric fruits, it can be harvested mature and ripened off the plant. Example, apple, papaya, banana, mango, guava, sapota. These kind of fruits, after harvesting also, little bit it will be maturing, means still it will be ripening. This is also the important thing, biological parameter I can tell. So ethylene production also, we know ethylene, it is the simplest of the organic compound which will affect the physiological process of the plant, which is present naturally, which is the product of plant metabolism and produced by all tissues of higher plants and by some microorganisms also. So as a plant hormone, ethylene, it will regulate the many aspects of the growth, development and senescence. Senescence means stop of the growth, and is a physiologically active in trace amounts, that is less than 0.1 ppm. Next, coming to transpiration or water loss. So this is also, water loss is the main cause of deterioration, because it results not only in the indirect quantitative losses but also in losses in the appearance also. Once the fruits or vegetables, if it is losing the water, then we can, by appearance we can see it will be wilting and shriveling will happen, and textural quality also reducing, like it will become softening, flaccidity, limpness and loss of crispness, and also juiciness will be reducing automatically, everything. Then definitely nutritional quality also reducing. So, and also the outer protective coverings like dermal system govern the regulation of the water loss by the commodity. This is what it will, the skin will be, is also important, we can make out by appearance only. Then what is the meaning of transpiration? Transpiration is nothing but evaporation of water from the plant tissue. It is a physical process that can be controlled by applying treatments to commodity. So then how we can control this? This is what we have to understand, biological, how it can be controlled. We are understanding how the losses can happen. What are the, so by means of transpiration also, how the quality will reducing. So how to control this transpiration? By applying the waxes and by applying the other surface coating or wrapping with the plastic films, we can store for some period of a time. And also by manipulating the environment, like maintenance of the high relative humidity and controlling the air circulation, we can control the transpiration and the quality can be maintained. And next biological control is that is physiological disorder. These physiological disorders that will occur in the fruits and vegetables, like chilling injury, because to preserve that one we will be using the low temperature. So maybe if we are, it is, I told you, it is for certain period of a time. If we are keeping those things for a long period of a time, then chilling injury, freezing injury, heat injury. So these and all the disorders due to pre-harvest nutrient imbalance. So if the nutrients are imbalanced, then there are chances are there, these kind of, it is, if it is stored for a longer period of a time, then in case of freezing injury means the ice crystal will form inside the food, maybe the fruit or vegetable, then that ice crystal will rupture the food cells, then nutritive loss will be there, then we hence it is difficult to use that fruit or vegetable. This is what physiological disorder. Next, physical damage. Physical damage causes the greatest amount of loss to fresh horticultural crops. Certain most prevalent physical damage includes surface injuries. It will impact bursting and vibration bruising during the harvesting and transportation and storage. The physical damage may happen from the harvesting time only till the up to storage also. So we have to maintain proper system to avoid the physical damage. And pathological breakdown. Pathological breakdown is the decay is one of the most common or apparent causes of the deterioration. So as the physical damage, if it happens, definitely the food will be available for the microorganisms, then it will start because of the mechanical injury, then physiological breakdown, the microorganism, it will attract the microorganisms, then the pathological breakdown it will happen, decay it will start. So these and all the biological factors we studied. Now coming to environmental or external factors. So we will understand what are the environmental and external factors which are which will play in the post-harvest practices. So temperature also. Temperature is the most important environmental factor which will influence the deterioration rate of the harvested fruits and vegetables. See, that's what pre-cooling we are telling. Okay. So the temperature is important in case of mainly fruits and vegetables. We can't maintain the high temperature because the fruits and vegetable it will not sustain at the high temperature. The summer temperature and all it is. So with respect to the fruits and all, that proper temperature if we are maintaining, that will be. But irrespective of your maintenance, external temperature also it will affect on the this deterioration, means it will yield. And relative humidity, these are the environmental which we can't avoid, which it will be there. So understanding our environmental factors, we have to protect the fruits and vegetables. So we have to understand how it is depending on the how our quality will affect with respect to the relative humidity or with the temperature or with the air movement and atmospheric composition, ethylene, that we have to understand. So the rate of water loss from the fruits and from the fruit, which will depends upon the vapor pressure difference between the commodity and the surrounding ambient air, which will influence by the temperature and relative humidity. And air movement. Air circulation rate and velocity can influence the uniformity of the temperature and relative humidity in a given environment, and consequently rate of the water loss from the commodity. And atmospheric composition also. So reduction in the oxygen and elevation in the carbon dioxide, whether intentional such as modified or controlled atmosphere storage, or unintentional, can have a beneficial or harmful effect on the deterioration. So this is also plays a very it is also one of the factor we can say. And ethylene, a concentration as low as 50 part per billion, 50 ppb. Ethylene, for example, leads to kiwi fruits softening at 0 degrees Celsius. And use of ethylene to ripen the citrus fruits can accelerate their senescence and increase their susceptibility to decay causing pathogens. So we have to understand ethylene concentration, at what dosage, what temperature we have to use. So now we understood biological factors and external factors are okay. So now coming to the post harvest processing, the first part. In the first part, where we have to, after harvesting, the storage of the fruits and vegetables. The storage of fruits and vegetables is practiced for various reasons. Definitely we have to store. Why? It has to be marketed throughout the world or throughout the country. It has to go to different places where it is not grown. For example, in Bangalore, the apple is not grown, but from where it is grown, it has to reach to Bangalore. It is not that Bangalorean people should not eat the apple. So storage will help us to transport all over the country. So it is a part of orderly marketing where the storage period is usually short, to allow for accumulation of sufficient produce by the grower or group of growers to send to a market. And certain fruits and vegetables are stored for a longer period of a time to extend the duration of their availability. So how the grower will be growing, the amount, how much they will be growing, based on that they will be stored. In some cases, fruits and vegetables destined to be processed are first stored to even out the supply to the factory. If mango, for example, fruity, Parle is manufacturing of the fruity, means they will not store the fruit. They may be purchasing the mango fruit pulp concentrate. Then mango fruit pulp concentrate producer will be some other company will be. From them they will be purchasing. Like that, it has to be supplied. It is not that where the fruit juice is produced, there only the mango should go. In between it will be stored and half processed. And how it can be stored? The evaporative cooling and storage. See, in tropical countries like India, deterioration in quality of the fruits takes place immediately after harvest due to lack of on-farm storage. So to overcome this problem, low cost, environmental friendly, zero energy chambers, also called as evaporative coolers, it is developed. And also controlled and modified atmosphere storage. See, in this controlled and modified atmosphere storage, normal atmospheric air contains about 78.08% of nitrogen, okay, and 21% of oxygen, and 0.04% of carbon dioxide, and remaining will be other gases. So this is normal atmospheric air. A reduction in the concentration, now we have to control and modified atmosphere storage, in that the reduction in concentration of oxygen and increase in the carbon dioxide concentration of the storage atmosphere surrounding of the fresh fruits and vegetables, it will reduce the rate of respiration and also inhibits the microbial and insect growth. Okay, so by modifying we can reduce the respiration rate. And next, atmosphere generation. In case of atmosphere generation, the oxygen partial pressure can be reduced by purging with nitrogen or burning, using catalytic converters or using silicone membranes, and water, lime or molecular sieves have all been shown to be effective scrubber to removal of the CO2. So this is what atmosphere generation. And pressurized cylinders or dry ice can be used for addition of carbon dioxide into the holding chamber. Carbon monoxide can also be added from the pressurized cylinders. Next will be storing will be hypobaric or low pressure systems. In case of hypobaric storage, name only telling, hypo, low. Okay. So it is a type of a controlled atmosphere storage in which a product is held under a partial vacuum. By reducing the normal atmospheric pressure in the ambient environment around the commodity, the effective partial pressures of the individual ambient gases are also lowered. Commodity modified atmospheres. In this particular approach, an actively respiring and metabolizing product reduces the oxygen and increase the CO2 in the ambient air within a chamber, in which various barriers and restrictions to gas exchange exist. So this is what commodity modified atmosphere. Ethylene and carbon dioxide scrubbers are used when either of these components is considered harmful to the commodity. These are all controlled atmosphere storage. Then what are the benefits of controlled atmosphere storage? Very low level of oxygen, that is less than 2%, and high level of carbon dioxide, that is more or equal to the 60%, can control the insects, because which are require the oxygen. Okay, so it will control the insects. And a considerable decrease in the respiration rate, okay, by controlled atmosphere, definitely decrease in the respiration rate of these fruits and vegetables in case of climacteric, and okay, in case of climacteric maximum it will be accompanied by an expansion of both pre-climacteric and post-climacteric period. Reduction in effect of C2H4, that is due to its interaction with oxygen and hence delay in the development and appearance of the symptoms of senescence. Senescence means where the stop of the growth. And increased flesh firmness due to the inhibition of enzyme responsible for the damage of cellular membrane at high carbon dioxide level. So enzymatic control also will happen. Because of that, the firmness of the skin can be maintained. And high turgidity, in case of the skin, high turgidity and hence more juicy and crisp of the fruits can be maintained by means of the controlled atmosphere storage. And superior sensory and nutritional quality also be maintained. A limited degradation of chlorophyll resulting in a greater color stability. It should be attractive, so it should look greener. By means of the controlled atmosphere, it can happen. And some physiological disorders such as chilling injuries, spot, decay, browning, water core and scald are generally reduced. This and all the physiological disorder also can be reduced by means of controlled atmosphere. Mold growth is low due to less oxygen and high carbon dioxide. Because of this, the longer storage life we can expect. Now, post-harvest processing, second part. What the fruits and vegetables are very important constituents of our diet. This is what we already know. So, it is why it is important? Because it is serve as a vehicle of nutrients like vitamins, minerals, sugar and fiber, which is very much required for the human health. So, however, being harvested from farm or field, they are prone to contain the dirt. When we are harvesting, definitely there will be some dirt will be there, or soil will be there, or some bacterial contamination we can expect. So, there is the chances. So, extraness, whatever the extra matter will be there, it is unfit for the direct consumption. So, what we have to do? So, post-harvest preliminary processing operations like in case of the fruits and vegetables like sorting, grading, washing, peeling, sizing, blanching, these are the important processing steps. In case of sorting and grading, the sorting and grading are the terms which are frequently used in maybe interchangeably, okay, in the food processing industry, but strictly speaking they are distinct operation. We will think sorting and grading will be the same, but sorting is a separation based on the individual physical properties of the raw materials such as weight, by seeing the weight, size, shape, density and photometric property, etc. By seeing these things, sorting will be done. While grading is the classification on the basis of the quality incorporating commercial value, okay, and end use and official standards for what we want to use. As already told you, taking the example of the tomato, for what is the end use, based on that we are going to grade. Next, coming to peeling by heat. So, some fruits and vegetables, particularly certain varieties of peaches and potatoes, are scalded in the stream or boiling water to the soften and loosen the skin. It has to be, skin has to be loosened, which is subsequently removed easily by the hand. If little bit heat treatment will be given, means easily it will be removed. And lay peeling. In case of lay peeling, fruits and vegetables such as peaches, apricots, sweet orange, carrot, sweet potatoes, etc. are generally peeled by dipping them in the boiling caustic soda or lay solution of caustic soda, nothing but lay solution of 1 to 2% strength of short periods, means short period of a time only we are keeping, that is 0.5 to 2 minutes depending on the maturity of the fruit or vegetables. So, we have to keep it in lay solution, then it will easy for the peeling. And flame peeling, here you can see in the picture, it is used only for the garlic and onion which have papery outer coring, just this is just burnt off, okay. Here you can see the onion. And blanching. Blanching, it is referred to mild heat treatment which will give the given the fresh produce such as vegetables to inactivate the enzyme. For example, blanching is very much required for the potato, brinjal, okay, where the banana, apple, where the browning reaction. Here polyphenol peroxidase, PPO, polyphenol peroxidase enzyme, which is most important group of enzyme which will cause the browning, or and also it will give off-flavor development in the fruits and vegetables. This PPO causes the oxidation of phenolic compound, namely catechin, gallic acid, chlorogenic acid and caffeic acids. So blanching also, because of this process, it will improve the color and it will improve the flavor and it will improve the nutritional quality. Whatever the off flavor and off color, whatever I am telling, browning will happen, that can be avoided by by means of the blanching. So usually it is done with boiling water or steam for short periods. Means for a short period of a time it is kept in a boiling water, means lukewarm water, which is followed by cooling. In some scale, means in small scale industries, fruits and vegetables, it has to be blanched, and also it will be, how they will be carrying out is, it is placed in a wire of a perforated basket, which is first dipped in a hot water like 88 to 99 degrees Celsius for about 2 to 5 minutes. That's it. And microwave treatment is also used for blanching. Blanching requirement varies with different fruits and vegetables and depends upon the relative enzyme concentration and maturity commodity. Next, coming to ripening. So ripening before processing may be required for certain fruits such as avocado, banana, kiwi fruit, mango, nectarine, papaya, peach, pear, plum, melons, etc. that are picked immature, and ethylene treatment can be used to obtain faster and more uniform ripening. So for these kind of fruits, the ethylene treatment is required. The optimum temperature range for ripening is 15 to 25 degrees Celsius, and within this range, the higher the temperature, the faster the ripening. Relative humidity should be maintained between the 90 to 95% during ripening. About 10 ppm ethylene is enclosed chamber is sufficient to initiate the ripening. See, 10 ppm of the ethylene is sufficient, and ethylene is produced by the reaction between calcium carbide with the moisture, mainly which will involve in trade of the fruits, and it will fast the ripening process. So this is what and however indiscriminate application may pose serious health hazard. Commercially, Ethiopon is used for the pre-harvest ripening of top fruits, soft fruits and tomatoes and coffee. That is not correct. Okay, that also we have to understand. So here I will show you some of the picture. See here how the freshness will go, means how the post-harvest losses, if we are not maintaining the proper system, then like this the losses you can see. See how the maturity we can indices, how the maturity will be there. Okay, this is was senescence, the leaf, now it is the growth is stopped, now it is going to fall down, the leaf, if you can see, this is now it is ready to harvest. Here also you can see, I told na, so there is some extra matter will be there which will be adhered to. So for this the washing and all is required, we can't consume like that only. And here papaya we can see, now it is ready to harvest like that, the how the so again it is requires some days to keep it for ripening, which is green. And here we can see some of the vegetable and fruits which are in good quality, which are harvested, and how he is plucking, what he is using. So these are the things you can look into this one. And here I will tell you the physiological maturity and also the commercial maturity, and which is, you can see from the flowering, from the time between the flowering to the physiological maturity. Here how the time goes, here the development will have. Here it is non-edible, starting will be non-edible, now it is matured. Now the physiological maturity will happen, but we have to think of the commercial maturity also, means what is required by the market. After seeing that one, we have to look into that one, and then only it is ready for the harvesting. Then it should, now at the last you can see over mature, where the losses will happen. So immediately before over mature, it has to be consumed and it has to be processed properly. So this, based on that one, organoleptic quality can be maintained. And here we can see the how in industry the large quantity of the fruits, how it will be washed, how it will be sorting out. And here we can see how nicely in the agricultural practices how it is happening. So it looks very beautiful, it has to be maintained like this. Here also you can see how neat and how they are cultivating the agricultural practices. If we are maintaining like that, definitely we can expect the losses, post harvest losses will also be less only. Here also so nice, you can see the how the harvesting is happening, how they are taking, how they are taking care of the individual fruits, the harvesting and the washing, the how they are washing the fruits. Okay, so these are the things. Thanks for the listening, and goodbye for today. For any enquiry, please call or WhatsApp to your whatever the number you can see in the screen. So, and we will meet again in the same platform and I request you to continue your participation with IIOCS.com Food Club. Thank you.